All right. Well, hello, everybody. Let's do a little quick systems check here. If you can hear me and see me, just put it in the chat real quick before we get started, just so I don't have to start and realize there's a problem. I'll just wait a second. Okay, everybody's good. Excellent. Let me push a little timer here. All right, great. Thank you for all the responses in the chat. All right, so excellent. It's so great to have everybody here. So honored and blessed to be able to deliver this awesome business plan and business model and system to everybody here. Let's get started. We're going to just kind of get through a lot of stuff very quickly here. If you're on this presentation, whoever invited you probably already had a conversation. You've already gone over some concepts, already scratched the surface, and you're here to get a little bit more of a detailed unpacking of what we're here to do. Full disclosure, we're not going to unpack everything here tonight. For some, this is the first, maybe the second, could even be the third time through. This is, as you see, this is an abbreviated version. So make sure you get with the person who invited you here or accompanied you here to get some more information if you need it or if it's not delivered exactly in this plan. So let me give you a little bit of background on myself. I'm a proud husband and father. That's my wife, Christina, right there. And we're from Fort Myers, Florida. We're actually from New Jersey and New York. We are traditional business owners. We do own an auto shipping brokerage down here in Florida in Snowbird country. My background is in music, entertainment, live events, as well as hospitality, you know, as a bartender and a restaurant worker for many years. And, you know, when we were looking at this business, what really drew us in, we got started prior to getting married. We just celebrated 10 years this past week. And we were looking at this prior to getting married. We were looking at this as an anticipation of things to come. And, you know, we obviously knew we wanted to have a family and we wanted to prepare for what that, all of what that brings along with it. And we really both had a desire to find a way to stay home with our children as much as we could and be full-time parents. And you know, I was doing some traditional business things, entrepreneurial ventures there, like I said, live events and stuff like that. And something had always dawned on me. And what had always dawned on me is that I was working so hard. I was such a hard worker and such a loyal person to the companies that I was working for. I could never find a way to get ahead. And as a musician, I had earned residual income. I had a taste for this idea of creating something like songs and selling them and then having those songs pay me over and over and over again. So I had this taste of this interesting way to make money. I knew I wanted more of that, but I tried to go out on my own and do. I didn't have any systems in place. I didn't have anything like that. Tried to do it in the entertainment industry, and I was really good at what I did. But the company that I was working for or was housing my entertainment live events, in one 12-hour period went to Chapter 7 bankruptcy. And so by no fault of my own, somebody else's bad decisions really made a major impact on my financial future and really made a major impact on my ability to live out my dream of being a full-time father at the same time. That really woke us up, excuse me. It really woke us up and really started to gear my mind towards, I need more of that type of income of residuals and royalties. Albeit it was small for music, I knew that that's how wealthy people did it. And that was my pursuit. Wealthy, not because I wanted stuff, because I can't take it with me, but I wanted what that type of income offered me, which was freedom. If anybody knows me, anybody on this call, I don't know, there's like 30 of us here so far or more at this point. If anybody knows me, knows I love freedom, and I will break down walls to get freedom because of what it represents. What it represents. So that's what we're here to talk about. And how we're going to talk about that is we're going to talk about marketamericashop.com. Another full disclosure, I'm a very exciting kind of person. I talk very excited. I get very animated. I'm half Sicilian, so that half comes out in my hands. If that's a little too much from you, give me a call. And I can talk in monotone, but I can't help myself because this is very exciting and I can't contain it. So marketamericashop.com provides a system for entrepreneurs to create an ongoing residual income and to become financially independent And really, that's at the heart of what everybody really wants to do. We all want our own independence. We don't like people telling us what to do. A lot of us are hard workers, but we want to work because we love it, not because we have to. We would rather be vacationing because we can, rather than having to go punch that clock. Again, none of this is an indictment on hard work or loyalty or dedication. This is actually a way to harness all of that so you're paid what you think you're worth. Nobody can tell you what you're worth. Only you can tell you what you feel you're worth, and only you can decide, are you getting compensated for the type of person you are and the amount of effort and ability you bring to whatever job that it is that you're doing. So none of this is an indictment on any of that. This is to hopefully awaken you that there is a way to really harness all of that, the greatness that you are, so that you can financially and your family can financially benefit from all of that hard work and dedication. So we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about our economy and the state of affairs, not just in what's going on with the whole coronavirus thing, but with the economy as a whole. It's rapidly changing, guys. Something that we should not celebrate necessarily is retail store collapsing. It's happening, whether we like it or not. And yeah, people are closing their doors. People have lost their jobs. They're finding new ways. And that's coupled with the rise in online sales. I mean, just think about the past 2 months. Everybody's buying stuff online because we're told we're not supposed to go out and be around everybody. And one-to-one is replacing mass marketing. And the people that are losing their jobs because of these trends that are happening, there's been a rise in entrepreneurship because everybody's really hungry for a better way. Everybody is thirsty for that. So we are the UnFranchise Business. In that we're like a franchise. We're very systemized, standardized, and uniform, and a lot of proven management tools and training systems. We have everything that you need, or that a 30-some-odd-year-old that's looking to get married and have a family would need to succeed at the time when we started this whole gig for us. But we're unlike a franchise in that we don't pay the company a royalty or franchise fee. Startup expenses are incredibly minimal. The tax advantages, if you don't own a home-based business, that alone is worth it. Talk to your accountant. Everyone will tell you in that industry, start a business out of your home. You can write off a lot of stuff legitimately. It is a part-time gig here. This isn't really designed to replace your full-time job. It's really designed to replace the idea that you have to go out and get a part-time job to bring some more income in and trade more time. And the risk here is really little. It says little on the screen, but quite honestly, we have no risk. There's no risk to seeing if this business works for you, and we'll touch on that at the very end. A little bit of background on this company. Founded in 1992, and we are a worldwide global product brokerage and internet marketing company. And you can see right there that we have operations all over the world. And most importantly, we are an A+ rated company with the Better Business Bureau. Now, a lot of people don't realize, but the Better Business Bureau rates companies on how well they take care of their customers. So just a little factoid for you. Amazon, which is the #1 online retailer out there, they're a C+, B- at best, because they have very bad customer service. So a lot of people think the biggest is the best. That's not true. The best is the best. Okay, A+ is the best. And we've won Torch Awards not once but twice with this agency, the Better Business Bureau, for trust, performance, and integrity. And I laugh at this slide because if you are looking at something that you want to see if it's a good fit for you, that could work for you, or if you're here to help, maybe you're going to help us lead to some of the right people or see who you know, have the confidence that this company is trustworthy. You're going to want to make sure that the company that you're looking at would be trustworthy, that they have measured amount of integrity, and most importantly, that they can perform. What good is the company, or what good is anything that we do, or any partnership you make, or anything that you get your hands involved in, if it's lacking performance? That's a real big thing, so don't wash over that. I love this presentation right here. Look at that graph. The graph is really what you really want to pay attention to. If you're ever looking to in a traditional investment, that's what you're going to want to look at. What's the trajectory of what you're getting involved in, or what you're going to be looking at or investigating? This is a $9.5 billion company, guys. Okay, and we paid back about 52% of that to the people in the field. All right. People are earning tens and thousands of people are earning residual income streams of anywhere between $300 and up per week. Never underestimate an extra $300 a month, let alone a week. That can change the bottom line in most people's households. If you could have your car paid for, that would release a huge financial burden. And we have a ton of millionaires in this company, and many more happening on a monthly basis. So let's take a little step back and let's talk about this 45-year plan. 45-year plan, that's what I was involved in. And that was basically working for other people and whatever they created, but they're the ones that had the leverage. I was working for them. They were leveraging me. They were living a freer life than I was because they were leveraging my time. I was working to help the top 5% to be successful. I may have been a harder worker than them. It didn't matter. They had a system in place by which tipped the scale in their favor. And everybody has reasons why they are either here or reasons of why they may want out of that, but everybody's looking to bring more money into the, I mean, it's amazing to me how we don't own most of our stuff. We don't even own our education. We don't even own our house. A lot of times the banks own the houses in this country or the cars. Some people don't even own the stuff in their house because it's paid for on a credit card. And to be able for the average individual to save up and earn a residual income stream just on basic savings is almost impossible for the average family that earns $50,000 to $60,000 on a yearly basis to ever save up $600,000. I do the math how long that would take, and then to earn a 2% yield on that just to get an extra $1,000 a month of residuals based on that interest alone. So is Social Security the answer? I think we can all agree that it isn't. Not many people can live on that figure on an average basis. But what MarketAmericanShop.com offers is a 2 to 3 year plan for your own success. You know, I kind of resisted this at first when I looked at this because it was a point of ignorance at that moment. But when I saw this, a 2 to 3 year plan, things started going off in my head. Like I said, I love freedom. So the faster I can get somewhere, the better. I'm all about doing the hard work on the front end. I remember as a kid growing up, if we were getting punished, I always wanted to go first. I wanted to get all the hard work over with. That way I could be a little bit more loose in the back end. If I had homework to do, I want to get it done first. If me and my sister and brother were going to the dentist, I wanted to go first. I always want to get the hard work done first so I can spend the rest of the time enjoying it. So this really popped for me. 2 to 3 year plan for success. You could be here for one of those reasons or all of them, but the common denominator is it's a plan for your own success, okay? To create residual income streams. I know when I started, it was really for time freedom and financial security because of my situation and additional income as well. But as I get married and have kids, I took on a little bit more debt. Now it became debt reduction. Now my kids are getting older. Now it's college fund. Now I'm getting older. Now it's early retirement. Getting another car was a car payment. So like you find that you start adding to the list because you have your own dreams and your own goals, and they're constantly growing. This business grows with those. So you're never boxed into one thing. We are a product brokerage, as you heard me talk about before, and an internet marketing company, and we are experts at moving things across the internet to get to the hands of the end consumer. What's so brilliant about the concept of product brokerage is that we're able to withstand market swings and economic downturns and constantly be bringing products and services to consumers that they're looking for, and also keeping us as unfranchised owners profitable. That type of marriage in business is worth its weight in gold, okay? It is no cost at all for our customers to register with shop.com. And the best part is we pay our customers cash back. If you know anything about Economics 101, it's follow the incentives. So when you pay a customer to shop with you, there's an economic incentive for them to do so. So the way that we do all this is we're building a shopping annuity, okay? I'm just gonna pause here for just a second and unpack this slide a little bit in depth. The most valuable form of advertising, think of yourself as a consumer because we all are. Most valuable form of advertising out there is word of mouth. You would agree, I'm sure. Yet companies don't pay for that. We accept that they don't pay us for that. But yet they'll spend billions of dollars on Madison Avenue to come up with the next ad campaign or the next Geico lizard or whatever it is, or the Liberty, 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 all this stuff, this catchy stuff. They pay billions for that. But yet we, as a consumer, are the most valuable part of this. So have you ever told anybody about a movie or a restaurant or a salon or any of this type of stuff? And they tell a couple friends, and before you know it, a bunch of people say, hey, I got that recommendation from a friend who got it from you. Thanks so much. Kathy, who does my hair, is the greatest, whatever. Have you ever thought of how powerful it would be if we were all compensated and that was normal, right? It's not normal, but in Mark America world, it is normal. But what if you could track that data and then incentivize every single person that was responsible for making that establishment or that corporation the sale or the money? And then think about how powerful that is after 90 days tracking that data and incentivizing everybody. That is a shopping annuity. It's really the idea of redirecting the money you're currently spending through shop.com so that when it comes back to you with the product and service, you get a financial return. It's taking a liability of our spending and turning it into an income asset. And when you or anyone you lead to shops online, you get 100% credit for those purchases. So the customer is happy, they get cash back through shop.com. So they're incentivized, and the unfranchised owner is excited because they're getting credit on all those purchases, and everybody in the organization is getting credit on those as well. I've never seen anything like it. We're going to unpack that a little deeper, and I think you'll see why I get so excited about this kind of stuff. So really, which do you prefer? The 45-year plan or the 2 to 3 year plan? Well, we're already doing the 45-year plan. We're trading time for money. Again, please, it's very important that I make this distinction. This has nothing to do with your lacking of hard work or not loving what you do. I hope that you love what you do. We love being partnered with people who love what they do. Normally, they're driven and they're motivated. But if you don't like what you do, there is a way out. There is an option. There is alternatives. You have choices. Okay, when I saw this, I thought to myself, well, let me take the lowest. What if they both don't work? I already know due to my corporate situation that didn't work, or I'd have to keep repeating that. But what if this didn't work? Well, I'm going to choose the 2 to 3 year plan. Why? Because I'm going to know right away if this is going to work for me or not. And I need to know that as fast as possible. I want to know that at the beginning, okay? So about 10 hours a week to earn a substantial residual income. So it works. I can just tell you for me, you're going to hear from a couple of people that it does work. So that's really the most important decision. No one here is going to sign you up for anything today, guys. The only decision you're going to be asked today is which do you prefer, the 45-year plan or the 2 to 3 year plan? So if you choose the 2 to 3 year plan, at least if you choose that that's a better option for you, and you want to see how that works to see if it is a good fit for you, or perhaps you may know some people that would be a good fit, we're going to go ahead and unpack this. Now would be the time. If you don't like that and you're perfectly happy with the 45-year plan, now would be the time to shut the computer down. And we thank you so much for spending about 17 minutes with us to go over some brief concepts and background about the company. But I'm going to assume everybody wants to see how this works because that's why you're here. You've already had a conversation about this. So there is a little disclaimer before we get started. What this is, you can read it for yourself. This is just to tell you that there is no free lunch. This is a business. This is a legitimate business. And it's going to kick back to you whatever you put into it. But I'll tell you, it is a part-time commitment, okay? You will be able to weave this into the nooks and cranny of your current busy schedule and busy life. Busy people, if you know anything about them, know how to make time. So they're just good at scheduling. So there are 5 steps to building an unfranchised business, and we're going to go through those one at a time. And a big secret here, don't tell anybody, but we're going to knock out the first 3 in one shot. So really, there's only a couple of ongoing. So it can't get any simpler and more easy to execute than that. So step 1, you're going to simply apply. You see 2 options here. You see a sales rep and you see an unfranchised owner. We are here to talk about unfranchised owner. You see, it's no surprise which one's the better option. Go with the green check marks. There's always a better option. The biggest red X that you're going to see on there is the last, the last row, which is participate in compensation plan. That's where you're going to create a residual income, and you can't do that as a sales rep. So we're going to talk about that as an unfranchised owner. You see that there is a subscription fee of $129.95. I'm going to show you a way you can kind of waive that, and you don't have to pay that. And you're going to get a bunch of things as an unfranchised owner. You're going to be able to do business all over the globe, okay? Not only in your home country. You're going to get a bunch of print and digital materials, access to training libraries. You're never going to not know what to do in this business. And most importantly, the last item on that list, I had a ton of people helping me when I first started. They're economically bonded to me, economically incentivized. Remember, economics 101, follow the incentives. When you're working in this business model, as you see it unpack as we go along, people are economically bonded and incentivized to help me get paid first. By helping me as the new guy at the time get paid first, that's a way that they get a reward and they get paid from that, okay? So you're never gonna ever, this is a team sport, guys, you're never gonna do this alone. This is a team effort, and that is one of the best things about this. We do so many things alone at our jobs or positions in life. It's always the weight of it is on our shoulders, not here. The weight of this is on a team effort, and where one person may struggle, another person can stand in and help them pull them up the mountain to success. You're going to see that, and I love that about this, and that's what I get most excited about. Step 2 is we're going to teach you how to create what we call BV, or business volume, which is the point value assigned to all of our exclusive products in our product brokerage division. There's just a few of these here. So health and nutrition. I'm going to maybe give you 1 or 2 touch points on these. As a product broker, what we're able to do is focus on 3 things. Competitive edge, which means we can bring the best products that have things that nobody else has to market. We can focus on the efficacy of those products, and just as importantly, we can price point them to be market-driven and market and consumer-driven price point-wise, okay? In our health and nutrition, one of our standout things is in our supplement line, if you take vitamins or nutrients or supplements, you know there's a digestive process. With ours, we are able to bypass that through an isotonic delivery system, and it's what's called, I'm going to geek out for just a second, it's called the 95% bioavailability, and all that really is a fancy way of saying that your body has the ability to take in 95% of what you're putting into it based on your own physiology and chemistry, okay, or biology. So the competitors out there are 20, 30%, whatever that number is. So it's great for our customers, and it's great for us as unfranchised owners because we're bringing something to them that is very unique. And as we're looking at these divisions, also, if you may know people who are already operating in these industries in a traditional business, this is a fantastic way to have them bring in more revenue stream to their existing businesses. So we're excellent at business to business because there's a lot of traditional companies that are leaving a lot of money on the table. Like I said, I own an auto shipping business. Now, we don't have an auto shipping division, but we have an auto care. So I sell those products to my auto shipping customers. Why? Because it makes sense. It's an extra stream of income, and it's an extra service to the customer. Okay, so we work in the cosmetics division. These cosmetics as well, they do nutritional value for your skin. It's not just on the outside, it's from the inside out. We have many different lines of skincare. Everybody's different. We have digital marketing suites for small to mid-sized businesses. We have products, oh my gosh, especially with cleaning and disinfectants. We have incredible disinfectant products for our home. I have 2 little kids. I know it's going to sound weird. I'm not afraid if they do something stupid and lick the table, it's not going to kill them because they're not taking in chemicals from our products, but they're working. Stuff for our pets. I mean, we spend more money on our pets. And like I said, the Auto Works division, which is such a great marriage for my existing business. Stuff for aspiring artists or established artists to harness and leverage their fan base and their branding. And wrapping it up here with a way to reduce a lot of the interest on your debt and get out of debt a lot quicker. So we have something for everybody. We're not a one-trick pony, guys. Anybody we come in contact with is a potential customer that we can help them. They get a cash back incentive, and we can build a business with as a nice customer base. And this could be a potential business partner, or they may know somebody that already works in these divisions that we can help bring more income into their business. Most importantly is this category, more products coming soon. So you just saw on the past slide that we have a jewelry line, okay? Real incredibly designed jewelry at an affordable price, sterling silver, and that's a brand new product line for us. So we don't know what's coming next, okay? So, but if it's a trend, we don't operate with fads. Fads come and go very quickly. We are operating in trends. Trends stay around for a long time. But if that trend fades out and goes away, we can get out of that market and find out what the consuming public wants. Again, to reinforce, we're always staying fluid as entrepreneurs. We're always having our customers come to us for whatever's next in the marketplace. So the marriage between customer and business owner is phenomenal here. Okay, you're never wanting anything. You always have everything in the next big thing. CBD just came out this past year. we're in that market. Okay, guys? If for some reason something happens in that market, there's a bunch of companies in that industry, those companies close down. We don't. We just find out what's going to replace that and we bring it to market. So if you can wrap yourself around the idea of a product brokerage as a business, oh my gosh, you will not sleep tonight on that alone. The second way we're going to create volume, in addition, is we're going to create internet business volume, or IBV. And that's the point associated with all your favorite partner stores that people are currently spending money on. We have thousands of them. You're only seeing a little snapshot here, guys, okay? So when we travel, we get paid. When our customers travel, they get paid. When our customers renovate our house, we get paid. When we're doing Christmas shopping, we all get paid in our shopping annuity. It's endless. The options are endless. Some of these stores have in-store pickup. Some of these you can go into the store, shop on your phone through shop.com, and still get incentivized when you're in the store to pick the product out if you do it the right way. These stores are paying shop.com for space on our website. And look, somebody could go to Staples. If you like getting your office supplies at Staples, fantastic. If you go to staples.com, you're going to buy that printer for $100 and get the printer. But if you go through shop.com and then navigate to staples.com, Staples will pay you the shop.com. They pay shop.com for that traffic, and thus you are incentivized with cash back for that purchase. And we as unfranchised owners are incented. So it's a very simple system by which to execute, because newsflash for us all, we're already doing it. This is just doing it in a different manner so that we can harness all that activity. And one thing I'm going to relate to this is we're going to go back to my royalty aspect. When I sold music to MTV, it didn't mean I just got paid. I had to have a system in place by which MTV paid a royalty agency so that royalty agency could connect it to me and pay me my royalties. It was called ASCAP. I had to file with the royalty agency in order to be able to collect. That's the same thing. If you want to get paid as a customer or you want to get paid in a shopping annuity, you have to have a system in place by which to capture and track all that data to be compensated. That's really what we are. We're a high-end tracking data aggregation system and ones and zeros behind the scenes to be able to do all this, okay? It's so phenomenal. Oops, I'm sorry about that. And there's a dozen ways to create BV and IBV. You're going to be your best customer. You're going to develop a small customer base as well. And the best way to do this is through relationships, of course. We're not really selling. We like to share our experiences with the product. But I'm going to touch on one here is our trial size marketing. You know, one thing we know in any business is free is good, meaning that people like to try things. You don't go to buy a car and expect to buy it without seeing if it fits your body, how the engine sounds, if the speed is the great thing, if all the bells and whistles work, right? So you're going to want to try it out. So we expect that from our customers. So we teach people an awesome way to do trial size marketing, and to give out samples and little trial packets so they can get a feel for the product. We know it's going to work for them. So we just want to get them to have a touch, taste, and feel, and that helps them have confidence in the product without any risk, and that helps you generate a new customer through the proper channel of building a relationship with that customer. You can do trial size marketing all day. It's so much fun, and it keeps things exciting. Step 3, we're going to qualify your business. So this little diagram that you see here is what you look like in a computer system in the unfranchised business. This is what's called a business development center. There's BV banks and there's IBV banks, and those banks collect all of these points that we talked about through customer sales and personal use. And that little business development center is the mechanism by which that it converts those points into cash residual commission. You notice there's banks on the left and there's banks on the right. So you're going to qualify your business one time only with a 200 BV purchase from our product brokerage exclusive products. And what that's going to do is going to open these banks to begin to accumulate, accrue, and get ready to pay you those commissions. And the way that most people do this is through what we call a fast start program. Okay, we have 4 to choose from. The 3 on the outer edge are if you're specializing in these divisions and you want to be a little bit more centric on those. Most people come in with the general product, shop.com, and the reason is that has a ton of trial size marketing, products in a trial size marketing packaging. Okay, so $429.95. Depending on where you live, there will be tax, maybe there won't be, and it's free shipping. But you can knock out the first 3 steps of this business: applying, creating, teaching you how to create BV, and qualifying with the Fast Start program. And that's why most people do this. It's a lot more economical, and it positions you for success right out of the gate. Step 4 is you're going to activate your business. So let me tell you what this simply says, okay? So what we're really doing with activating is you're just going to go out there and find 2 other people who are willing to evaluate a 20-year-old worldwide billion-dollar fast-growing company that's created million-dollar earners coast to coast and around the world called Market America. There's so many people out there who are desperately looking for a better way, and 2 is the magic number. So the big elephant in the room, you know, when I first got started, even though I was ready and I demanded change in my life, I still had in the back of my mind, my fear is, I think I know what I'm going to be looking at. And I'm going to be looking at something that's going to tell me these people are going to tell me I got to go chase down every friend, family, and enemy that I know and push them to go into business with me. How relieved was I, on the surface at least, before I even knew anything else, was with that it was only 2. So right out of the gate, we don't need to do any of that type of stuff. And we're also not looking to get people into a business. We're looking to find the right people. And again, a little behind the scenes for you. This is how big businesses do it, guys. If you want to find a way to leverage your effort and to turn 1 hour of production into 10 hours of compensation, you have to find a way to expand, whether it's your distribution or who you are. You have to duplicate yourself or the system into another store or location or into another person. We don't have stores and we're not brick and mortar. So the only way that we're able to do that in a one-to-one marketing business is through other human beings. So this is a way by which you're able to leverage your effort and to do what the big boys do in the corporate world, and people that are living very good lives. These are the same systems that they use. It is slightly different, again, in that they may open multiple locations, but anybody who owns more than 1 location knows that that can be a lot more work. Here, everybody works independently with the company, but we're working as one cohesive unit. And step 5 is we're going to teach, manage, and support others. Just like we helped you, your leadership or the person who sponsors you or who invited you here, along with the leadership of the team that you would be a part of, helped you find and identify Mark and Kate, showed them, had them evaluate the business, and they were a couple of the people that said that this is a good fit. We're going to help you and Mark and Kate do the same exact thing with their 2. Okay, so it's 2 finding 2. Doesn't get it any easier. 2 is the magic number. And how I liken that is kind of like Facebook, okay, where you have a ton of friends, you just don't know half of them where they came from, and you don't know who's connected to who, right? But we're all part of this little network in Facebook, and everybody's kind of connected, and you get recommendations, and you might also know this person, and you're like, oh, that's a guy from high school. Well, it's recommending that because you're connected to somebody, okay? And what happens is this starts to organically fill out. Now, there's no matrix here. Anybody that's come from a previous life in the network marketing industry, there's no matrices here. This doesn't have to balance out equally, precisely. There's no levels to pay on. People lead to people. You may say to yourself, well, hey, I found my 2 and I'm humming along and I'm making a pretty good residual income. What happens if my neighbor, Matt, says, hey, I see that, you know, your life has kind of changed ever since you started doing that thing that you were doing. Are you still doing it? Yeah, Mark, I'm still doing it. Well, look, you know, I think timing might be right. I'm interested to learn about it. And we do the same thing. You and your team work together. Because look, they may have a lot of answers to Matt's questions that you may not at the beginning. So you're going to leverage your team. Again, they're economically incentivized to help you do this, okay? This isn't because people are nice, although we're really nice. There's an economic incentive for everybody, okay? But so Matt says, hey, this is a good fit. He leads to a couple people as well. Matt comes into the business. Well, here, you have to place Matt at the bottom of your existing team, either on the left or the right. Now, here's some major differences, guys, that if you understand this in the first shot, which you could probably get at least the surface of this, it will keep you awake at night with the possibilities of how fast you can really make this work for yourselves, okay? Remember, Matt comes in with a fast start kit. Well, that comes with 300 BV. I forgot to say that before. It comes with 300 BV in that fast start kit. Well, Matt gets that 300 BV, and it goes up, Chris, Megan, Mark, you, your partner, your senior leader, your sponsor, and everybody up the whole chain to 100% to infinity. They get that 300 BV. Now, do you think your existing team is happy that you were growing their business too? Do you understand that? Everybody gets 100% credit. Well, what happens when you find that fourth person? Well, the same thing happens. You place Erica at the bottom of your other side, at the right side, and she comes in with a fast start kit with the 300 BV, and that flies all the way up and climbs all the way through the ladder, through the chain at a rate of 100%. So the whole team is getting paid for the expansion of every single business partner and organization. I hope you're able to see that. So it starts with 2 to activate you, and activate turns the points into cash commissions, but it never ends with that, because why? So many people, again, are desperately looking for a better way, and you can build strength and stability throughout your entire organization by continually helping people succeed at this business. Now check this out. Well, that's you, but what about your leadership and the people that brought you to this business? What are they doing? They're doing the same thing. Your senior partner has their 3rd, 4th, 5th, whatever, wherever they're at in their career in Market America, they bring on Dave into the business. Well, they also have to place Dave at the bottom of the organization, in this case, which is their left side, just happens to be your left side as well, right? Because everybody has a left and a right. Well, Dave comes in with a fast start kit, 300 BV, flies through the whole organization. Most people may not even know Dave, but they're getting 100% of all the activity that the leaders on the team are doing with Dave to help Dave earn residual income. Everybody's getting incentivized for that growth. You're going to want to know Dave, because your income's all tied together. So if you can help Dave and you have an area of knowledge that will benefit him, jump in and help Dave. Why? It'll help him get paid faster, and you can double your income in the process. So I hope what you're seeing here is this: incentives are massive here to help people. It starts with other people first, and then the money that you're looking to accomplish and the goals that you want happen, and you can't stop it from happening if you're focused on the new people getting paid first. Because what's happening is people are constantly servicing customers. Why are we servicing customers? Because we pay them cash back. So they love being our customers. So here you have some customer sales or some personal use from Mike, or I'm sorry, customer sales from Drew, personal use from Mike. That BV and that IBV flows throughout the entire organization, left to right, and it makes its way all the way to the top like helium, and it never stops. So how does all of that, those points, that's great how that flows. It's really powerful stuff. How does that look as far as money in our pocket? I'm so glad you asked that question. That's a great question. We're going to answer that right now. So BV is tracked on a daily basis. Computer systems in North Carolina, where we're headquartered, are constantly tracking sales through our website. And every Friday, it's the system's clicking on the payouts, and it's tracking through your entire organization how much BV was generated. So how we pay out and how that translates to residual commissions is it's looking for 1,200 on the left and 1,200 BV on the right. When the left organization and the right organization hit that benchmark or that threshold, the company automatically direct deposits a check into your bank account for $300. That will be the lowest check of residual commission you will ever receive in this business. And important to note, the company in 28 years has never missed a check. So if you're looking about a health and stability of a company, that is very important to take into consideration. So again, to my friends in the past that have been a part of something, this doesn't have to balance out. It may not balance out right away. It'll start to balance out as you build. Just whenever, there's no time period, whenever you hit that 1,200 on the left and the right, it's going to kick out that check. That 1,200 is going to stay there on both sides of the organization. It's going to accrue and accumulate, and it's looking for the next threshold, which is 1,200 on top of what's already there, which is going to give you another $300 check. That BV is going to stay in those banks on the left and right. Again, for the next week, it's looking to see, or maybe it takes you next month to get there because you just started. It's looking for another 12 on top of that, another $300 check. And then to cap off the entire BV, what we call a BV pay cycle, It's looking to push it up to 5,000, a nice round, evenly understandable number. A little bit more than the 1,200. It's going to give you a double. It's going to give you a $600 check, so you can earn $1,500 in BV. Now, the name of this game here, guys, is when you first start, you're going to have nobody. You're going to work with your team to build out an organization. You're going to do it together because everybody's incentivized to grow the organization and to grow your team and your group, okay? So as this happens, you'll start to see the frequency of checks starts to happen regularly, okay? Oh, and one more thing, the IBV, forgot to mention this, the IBV works the same exact way as the BV when people are shopping online. It's going to happen in the same methodologies, the same operations, 12, 24, 36, 5,000 left and right, completes the pay cycle. And only when it all hits that 5,000, that it starts to complete, you reset to 0 and start again. But the frequency of checks is going to happen as the organization expands. This is a 2 to 3 year build, a 24 to 36 month build, guys, okay? So the name of this game here, this gig is all about getting this to happen if you want it to on a weekly basis. Having this income when you wake up Monday morning at 0, by the time you get to, or Saturday morning, by the time you get to Friday at midnight, you're at 5,000. You get the full commission in one lump sum. Saturday morning, it's reset. You do it all over again because there's BV flowing up from customers and personal use because your organization has grown so big. Half the people you may or may not know, but you're getting 100% because you're working within a team environment, okay? So the last thing we're going to touch on here is we actually pay people. I laugh at this because I've been in a position where I've had to train new people at a job, and I know what I'm thinking or what they're thinking when they ask me to be a trainer is, we want you to take all your knowledge and expertise and years of experience here, and we want you to put it in this new guy because we made an agreement with the new guy to pay him half as much as you because he doesn't have all that experience. And when he's up to speed and we have confidence in him, you're out the door and he's going to take your job and the company's saving 50% of what they paid you. I know that happens. Many times it happens to all of us. Okay, but our company, this is just telling you that we'll actually pay you extra $600 on a weekly basis when you help other people in your organization or on your team get paid. That's really what this says. Get with the person that introduced you to this to go into more of it. This is just the tip of the iceberg, guys. We're going to kind of end here. I want to go into, before we close it out, I want to bring in a couple people here from all walks of life, from different levels in this business, different income earners in this business, to go over just in about a minute or two what their experience has been here and how it really changed your life. So next, first up, we have Lisa Capozio, good friend of mine. And Lisa, are you with us? Do I have to unmute you? Let me try. There we go.
Hi, Jay. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Excellent, Lisa. Thanks for being here.
Great. Thank you. That was awesome. Thank you very much. My name is Lisa Capozio, and I am a clinical nutritionist in my full-time work. And I have been with Market America for just about a year now. And I teach English online for kids in China and the Philippines, and now have been spending a lot of my time doing Wellness Wednesdays, and really every day finding something new and exciting that I really love about this business. Not the least of which has been to be able to work as a team. I'm so used to working by myself, and being able to work with other people for a mutual goal has really been an extraordinary experience. So I'm a new coordinator, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see what the future brings.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Lisa. Next up, we have Jane Santangelo. Jane, are you with us? Let me see. Give us a second.
Hi, Jay. Can you hear me?
Hi, Jane. Yes, loud and clear.
Great. Great job. Very, very
Thank you
nice.
so much.
So, okay. So I'm originally from New Jersey, originally from New York, New Jersey, and now down here to Florida. And I actually followed my family down here because my daughter and son-in-law moved down here with twins, and I was not going to not be part of their lives. So, but about 10 years ago, I started looking for something. My husband and I owned a wellness center that we owned and operated for close to 30 years. And it was getting time for us to retire about 10 years ago. We're not retiring 10 years ago, but we started looking for something because of the market swings and things that had happened in the healthcare profession. So in any event, we found this company. A nurse walked into my office and started me on some products, and the products were totally miraculous. And we started integrating them into the practice. And really what I feel the company has done, and part of what I was looking for was residual income. That was the thing that was really most important to me, because when I looked at what was going on about 10 years ago, I felt that I was not really prepared for retirement. You know, the highs and lows and things that had happened just during life and the economy and the trends had affected us. You know, everybody that's in business for themselves knows those years that go up and down. And so that's what kind of prompted us to get started with the company. And really, I never looked back. The company's got great products. What I feel like it's done for my husband and I is it really like put us over the edge financially, really gave us that money for the extras. And not only that, I feel very fulfilled because we're able to, or I'm able to help people. I help business owners. I help other individuals learn about making a residual income and what is the importance of it, of having that backup plan. And I think so many people are seeing that now, especially with what has happened to us, that we've had explosive growth, literally just explosive growth. So I love the company, love what they stand for, love the products.
Thanks so much, Jane. Really appreciate that. You're such a valuable asset to me. And lastly, we're going to end with, on our little highlight reel here, with Maria Constantine. And I unmuted you. I don't know if I have to, but I did. And go ahead. Thanks for being here, Maria.
Hi, thank you so much. Thank you, Jay, for everything that you're putting together. And, you know, I'm just super thrilled and excited to see the future growth of our area. My name is Maria Constantine, and I've been partnered with Market America for 22 years. It's crazy how fast life goes. I became a partner because of the products. I was stricken with Lyme disease, chronic Lyme. I was looking for a way out, and this company has some great products. I really encourage you to try it. And that's where I started. I started to share the products to the people, everyone that I spoke to, actually, because I know that everybody needs something. And in today's world, I see it more than ever. And it's so, so nice to see that everybody's taking an interest in their health and really looking into that. I'm a former art teacher, and that's when, within 2 years of working with Market America, I was able to match my teaching income. And that's when I was pregnant with my first baby. I have 3 beautiful girls who now my daughter Zoe is a business partner because she sees the leveraging aspect that Jay talked about. She definitely has been dabbling in the real world 45-year plan and was like, how am I ever going to earn an income like you, Mom, and have the time freedom? And I think that that's where I feel that you guys need to understand that, you know, making 6 figures, which changed my life. I never thought I'd be in $1 million club. I never thought that I'd be earning the money that I'm earning. That is where it's really life changing, because it's freedom. It's freedom of financial freedom and the most precious time, as we all know today, and that's time freedom. I bet a lot of us really took out of this crazy chaos the time we have missed with our families, the time to cook together, the time to read together, the time to sleep longer. And, you know, I don't know about you guys, but, you know, I'm having a great time here in quarantine. I like it, especially living in Florida. I'm sure it's harder if it was in the colder areas, but I really, really feel that that's how Market America has changed my life, meaning the time freedom. That is something that, you know, you can't get back. And it's incorporated into your everyday life. When I was a teacher, I incorporated it right into it. And within 2 years, I was able to way surpass, I think it was at a solid 10,000 at that time a month. And just remember, 6 figures at a job is just as good as your job. It may not last forever. Residually is something that can really change your whole family's life, and it's willable. So again, I'm changing my children as well, leaving a legacy behind, and they're joining me as they grow older. So thank you again for having me, Jay.
You're so welcome. Thank you so much for being here. So before we wrap it up here, just one or two more things. So you're probably thinking, can this work for you? That's $1 million question, right? Just know that we're also thinking, are you right for the business? And there's a reason we're asking that, because if we allow you to become an unfranchised owner, we're the ones that actually go to work, because we accept the fact that you're brand new and you don't yet know what to do. But we can't guarantee whether it will work for you or it won't work for you. The only thing we can guarantee is that if you don't try anything, everything will stay the same. And you got to be willing to ask yourself a couple of questions here. Are you happy in your current financial situation? Do you need to bring more money into the home, but you don't really have more time to trade for it by punching a clock in a traditional part-time job? Are you prepared for retirement, like Jane said? Do you have enough free time with your family, like myself and Maria said? And what does it hurt, and should you at least investigate and evaluate another way to generate a secondary income? So the cool thing here, the good news is that there's no decision to be made here tonight. So if that's what you're thinking, take that off the table. Don't worry about understanding all of it. It can be confusing. It can be pretty mind-boggling. If you did understand it the first time, God bless you. You really are the smartest person. Even people like myself that thought we understood it the first time had to see it a couple of times before it really made sense. And quite honestly, you're going to want to see it at least 3 times. The third time through is when things really start to connect for you. There's a lot of diagrams, a lot of terms, and we don't expect you to understand it for the first time. Okay, the important thing here is the decision, like I talked to you at the beginning, that you already made, was choosing the 2 to 3 year plan over the 45-year plan. So the real question for you remains, as we get back to what you're thinking, is will it work for you? So the cool thing here is if you knew it would work for you, if you knew you could generate $300, $3,600 on a weekly basis, honestly, there would be nothing to think about, right? We as unfranchised owners know how to do it, and we know it can happen for you if you're cooperative, a little coachable, have a little entrepreneurial elbow grease. And we're thinking, are you right? Are you coachable? Will you do the things necessary to make it work for you? Because we have an incentive to help you succeed at this. So what's awesome about this is we have a way where we can both get those answers. And we call it a test market or a tryout. And it comes with no risk at all. And all you have to do is let us coach you and do it with us. Nobody wants to upset your current lifestyle. We're not here to disrupt what you have going on. So over the course of 30 to 90 days, depending on how fast you want to go, we'll work together to expose this idea and the products to some people to see if they perhaps know the right people. If you think about it, guys, why would you bring in a partner if they can't lead to anybody and can't find customers? So we want to know who people know first. That's going to prove if this business works for you. And if they do, it might be right for them. And perhaps they could lead us to the right people. But we're not here to pressure anybody, and we're not here to tell them to do any type of business. We just want to know if they know the right people, and we will do it with you. So we test it out for 30, 90 days, have a few customers wanting to buy the product, find a couple of good 2 to 4 good quality people that are looking to get in the game and become unfranchised owners. And at that point, we've already proven that this works for you. Never really had to make a decision on faith alone. I'm a big faith guy, if you know me. But here, you don't have to use blind faith. We save that for other areas of our life, right? You don't have to do that. The money's there. We've proven that the money's there. So you've already made the most important decision, which was that 2 to 3 year plan. So the only thing that you really have to do from this point is don't leave tonight without booking a follow-up. If you leave without booking a follow-up, that means you've chosen that 45-year plan, and you already have one of those. So take a look at this and take a deeper look at what we have. Get back with the person who invited you here. Book a follow-up. Get your questions answered. See it again. Try some of these amazing products. Get a tour of shop.com. The website is phenomenal. I just did a tour the other day. It's so much fun to see how much you can really earn, just even as a customer. And then give it a trial run. No risk involved. You have nothing to lose. It's an offer too good to refuse. We're from Jersey, so that's how we talk. We can present you with an offer too good to refuse. So with that, we're going to go one more step here, and I want to bring Jane back really quickly, and I want her to share with us what she has coming up. But the most important thing I'm going to leave you with before I come and close us out is just book a follow-up. You already chose the 2 to 3 year plan. Let's see if it can work for you. Book a follow-up to see what any questions you have. See the business again. Try some products, and I can't emphasize that enough. Don't leave here without booking a follow-up or getting some more information. All right, Jane, you have something for us.
Okay, here we go. So we have a very strong element of our corporate office located in Greensboro, North Carolina, with the field. And they have what is called the GMTSS. It's our global meeting, training, and seminar system, where we share ideas, we build leverage, meaning that we train many people at once. And we do this globally, all over the country, all over the world. And we have 3 high-powered mastermind builders. And on June 27th, for an online $15, we call it a tri-local business building mastermind, because we're building from Tampa to Orlando to Fort Myers, 9 a.m. to 3 o'clock. You will hear these people speaking, national supervising coordinators, $1 million club earners. They're going to give us all sorts of tidbits on what they did to get where they have gotten. And it's fun, it's informative, and we all participate in this, and it's going to be a great day. So this is really how the field stays tied to corporate and corporate to the field. And it's very, very valuable. Without it, I don't think we'd be where we are. So we welcome you all to join. Get with the person that invited you. They'll get you to the proper link where you can register and get your seat reserved. So we're excited.
Awesome, Jane. Thank you so much. Couldn't have thought of a better way to end than with what's coming up for us here in this group and in the country nationwide, because we're online. Anyone can plug into this stuff because of the Zoom technology. So I want to thank you guys so much for taking a few minutes. We're ending right on time, actually a few minutes early. Again, please get with the person who invited you, who thought enough of you to invite you here, or sees something unique in you that thinks that you could really be successful. And again, get those questions answered. We're really excited to possibly working with you. There's so many people here that are vested into your success and that are willing to help you. So it's not just the person that invited you. You'll see there's so many people here that are willing to help you out and to help you accomplish whatever those goals and dreams that you have. God bless you in all that you do. And we really look forward to working with you in the future. Have an awesome night tonight.